Hi there, long time no see. I haven't been updating videos for a while for quite a few reasons that I've put in an update video that I'm just about to upload. But for this video I wanted to just get back into it with a deck review. And I haven't done a deck review before, but I really wanted to for this deck, which is Victoria Frances's Favole Tarot. It's a beautiful deck and I purchased it as a post-exam treat to myself. It's something that I've been looking at for a while and actually got it in a witchy shop in a town called Knaresborough in North Yorkshire, and it's called Crystal Buddha. And if ever you're in the north of Yorkshire, then I really recommend finding it because it's a beautiful shop. And I could have got it ever so slightly cheaper from Amazon, but I like to support local pagan witchy shops where I can, because I enjoy looking around them, and if you don't support them then they're not going to last. And so for the sake of like an extra £1 that I thought, and also you get it the same day, so you don't just look through it, you actually get to take it home, and that's worth it sometimes rather than just waiting for maybe a week or something for it to turn up in the post. So with that said, I thought the best thing I can do is show the images, and they are beautiful images. The whole deck's got kind of a like a romantic gothic Venetian kind of vibe. I think masquerade balls, fancy dress, not quite vampire-ish and not quite the Ghosts and Spirits tarot, but if they were to have sort of like, if the vampire tarot deck and more dark decks like the Ghosts and Spirits were to have beautiful babies, then this is the tarot deck I think that they would have. So I will go through the majors first, and to be honest that might be the whole length of this video, so we will see about the pips. But I just wanted to show. Now the quality is, they're okay, they wouldn't stand up to going into the handbag by themselves, but I mean, who does that anyway? They need a scarf or a box. They're fine. I mean, I like the size of them as well. They're smaller than most tarot decks that I handle, but I find that really easy to shuffle with, and I think they're big enough. Yeah, if they did like a bigger version without the border, that'd be lovely, but it's more than manageable, and it more than stands up to its job. So let me go through them with you. Now I'm gonna have to focus, I think. Will you do it? Okay, so that's the Fool, and I think that's Spanish above and then it's English below. And that's just, they're very poignant, and they're not quite what you'd expect. I know a lot of decks around at the moment are kind of like Rider-Waite knockoffs. Obviously with Rose Spelling, now I'm not against Rider-Waite copies at all, because that's the system that I'm most comfortable with. So I'm more than happy to get a Rider-Waite deck that's been updated to a different theme or something, more than happy with that. But this is slightly its own world. As you can see with the Magician, I mean, how often do we see female magicians? She's very High Priestess-ish for a magician. So really beautiful and quite haunting. I think the deck is perfect for this kind of year. I'm filming this actual Samhain day. That's the High Priestess. And it's just, I love working with darker decks at this time of year. You can't beat it. This is the Empress. So as you can see, it's got a very regal kind of vibe. The Emperor. Now Victoria Frances is a gothic artist, so I don't think she's particularly, her name isn't in the tarot world in and of itself, but I think her artwork definitely gels well with having a tarot deck. The Lovers. See, that's got very much of a Tarot of the Vampiress theme to it, even though there's no fangs. I'm not sure if there's blood. I don't think there's much, if there is any. Chariot, Justice, and my other half loves Victoria Frances's artwork, and he was particularly interested in browsing this deck. Let's see if I can focus that. Love the Hermit. The Hermit is my favourite card in any tarot deck, and I always look, when I get a deck or when I'm thinking of purchasing a deck, I always have to see how they depict the Hermit, because that can be a deal breaker for me. Wheel of Fortune. And some are very rich in design, like this one, Strength. I think she's quite vampire-ish. I think she's got the fangs. And then some are more quite simple and stripped back, which is a lovely contrast. I've just noticed, I think my camera mirrors. If it does, I'm really sorry. This one is gorgeous. This is Death. She's sort of resting in a pond. It's very serene. Temperance is a ghost, so you get the sense of balance by the sense that she's half matter and half kind of etheric. So I think in a lot of cases the symbolism is there, like the traditional Rider-Waite kind of symbolism, but it's depicted in a different way. The devil is man and beast, which is brilliant for the impulses and that kind of animalistic behaviour that the devil can speak of. The Tower. The Star, oh, the Star is quite bloody, but you know, just beautiful. And La Luna, the moon. This is quite sensual. And like I said, some follow the Rider-Waite, and this one I would say deviates quite a bit, but I just enjoy that. I mean, for a beginner it's probably not the best deck, if I'm honest, especially because the minors have the pip cards, which I'll probably have to show in another video. But if you are a beginner, I would say always start with the Rider-Waite or a Rider-Waite kind of deck if you can get your hands on it. But if you're more attracted to these images, then I don't think there's any problem. The Sun. She's beautiful. I really like that image, and it's very autumnal. Judgment is quite full on. You can see there, there's a witch being burned at the stake. There's almost a sense of injustice with that Judgment. And the world is very different. Admit it, you thought of the Doctor Who angels, didn't you? I know I did. So yeah, I think if you are a beginner, then this probably is a deck to aim for after maybe Tarot of the Vampires. If you're interested in that kind of imagery, then I definitely start there, just because it's more of the symbolism that the books will be more open to explain to you, especially with regards to the Rider-Waite symbology. That said, it's a beautiful deck, and I'm not massively advanced. I've been working with tarot for about 2, no 3 years, seriously, before that, on and off, and I'm really comfortable with it. It does have pip cards, which I will show in another video. I would always, as a beginner, recommend not going for the pip cards straight away and going for a full pictorial deck where every single card is illustrated in some way that you can sort of apply to your own kind of life. I mean, these are beautiful, don't get me wrong. For pip cards, you see the wintry background there, it's just, I mean, they are gorgeous, but I think a couple of years ago I wouldn't have been able to handle them. so that's something to think about. The white book, usually I'm quite... a lot of people like to dismiss white books and say that they're just crap and bin them. Now I'm always an advocate of the white book. If it comes to the white book, read it and you will get something out of it. It might not be much, but what do you expect for a little thing that's usually in several languages? In this instance, I can't really stand up for the white book because it doesn't even explain which suits are which correspondences. So you are, if this is your first deck and you've never read with tarot before and you wanted to buy a tarot book to teach you, it would be on about wands and cups and pentacles, and you're not going to find them in this deck, nor are you going to have any indication in the white book of which corresponds to which. And it doesn't say in the white book that it's for you to make your own mind up, which it is. But I think that would let a few beginners just come unravel at the seams. I know it would for me. So I would recommend starting elsewhere if you're a beginner. If you're intermediate or advanced, then this is a deck to enjoy, especially at the darkest half of the year. And I keep turning because my deck's now all laid out on my bed and I love the artwork so much. It's just, I mean, just, So yeah, I've had my eye on it for a long time. I'm glad I took the plunge, definitely worth waiting for. And just as a beautiful set of artwork in its own right, I highly recommend. So that's my review of the majors in this deck. I will do a run through of the pip cards another day. That will probably be shorter though, because like I said, they are just pip cards. But some are notable in their own right, especially the court cards, which are very beautiful and intricate. So that's my review of the Favole by Victoria Frances. If you have it or you're thinking of getting it, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. And I will see you soon. Bye.